Today, our theme in planning for retirement is you got to start somewhere. And since many savers are concerned that they don't know how and where to begin to estimate how much money they will need to comfortably live on in retirement without running out, we created a first step worksheet in our process called the WorryFree Retirement Spending Plan. A simple and easy to first understand process of how to take money that's coming in the front door, we call that income, versus how much money might be exiting out the back door, which is called expenses. This handy-dandy cash flow worksheet allows savers to see exactly what income is coming in the front door and heading out the back. It's all part of the worry-free retirement process that as its core is to help savers deal with their concerns over money and at the same time being less consumed as well. Which leads to our theme that runs throughout the Bible and one that Jesus preached on during the Sermon on the Mount, found in Matthew 6:24, a sermon which dealt with the topic of us being concerned over the things of the world, such as money and, of course, cash flow and retirement, versus being consumed with the things of the world, as evidenced by how much we tend to worry over things we can't control. Check it out beginning in verse 24, where Jesus says the following over our intentions to not fall into what I call the consumption trappings of the world. He says, you can't serve two masters, for either you will hate the one or love the other. You can't serve both God and Mammon. Now, many a fine Christian is quick to interpret this word Mammon as money, which would be a correct interpretation. However, in my personal studies of this verse, commingled with watching the worries of thousands of savers play out in my practice, I've come to the realization that this term Mammon means anything that opposes itself to God. All throughout the Bible, we are taught to be concerned about money, to plan, prepare, be prudent, but we're also warned throughout the pages of Scripture to not be consumed with it. Take 1 John 2:15, which basically says not to love the things of this world. We also look at things like Luke 21:36, which reminds us to keep ready, to be ready to escape basically from the things of this world and not be consumed with them. As Jesus taught us, you can't do both. In other words, you cannot have a healthy concern for the things you need in the world while at the same time loving the very things that the world can offer. It really is true. Our hearts aren't big enough to love both the world and love God. At some point, my friend, you will have to choose one over the other, which is a scary thought when you think about it, and one that should be easy given the futile and fleeting nature of the things of the world. So how do we walk this difficult financial line of being concerned over our finances in retirement versus being consumed by them? Well, we got to choose wisely. We choose between a God who loves us, who's always been there for us, and most importantly, already has a plan for our lives both here and the hereafter, or we can choose a path of the world that basically leads to nowhere. A world of hapless tasks, worrying over money, and things that we really can't control. Well, my hope is that you, my friend, will choose wisely. Well, speaking of selecting between two choices, when it comes to your money and who you're going to trust with your retirement, I've got one to make right now for you. You can either choose to hand your money over to someone who has limited experience in the art of retirement planning, or choose to work with a firm like Tony Walker Financial, a firm that has literally worked on more than 5,000 written game plans. A firm that has a process in place, 3 salaried fiduciaries, and the owner of a company who will actually meet with you in person. So if that's what you're kind of looking for, if you feel like there's something missing in your plans for retirement, if you don't have a trusted fiduciary on your side, a local firm that has got the experience and know-how to help you navigate the challenges that will surely come your way, we need to talk. And there's one of two ways you can get in touch with us at Tony Walker Financial. One, just go to our website at TonyWalkerFinancial.com, and when there, just click on that Let's Get Started button. Your information will then confidentially go to our offices, and we will arrange what's called a free 10-minute fiduciary phone call with myself to see how we can help you. Then, if it warrants, we will be happy to meet with you in person to go over and provide a free written game plan at either our Bowling Green, Louisville, or Lexington, Kentucky offices. Internet's not necessarily your thing for submitting information? No problem. Just call the toll-free number on your screen 24/7 and we'll look forward to talking to you soon. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's program, but you remember, between now and next week, if all else fails, you be worry-free. Make it a good one.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video. If you'd like, check out these other clips. And be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for more videos.